How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content just like this.
In Sojar City in Egypt, two people recorded two separate scary videos that have baffled the internet. The videos, uploaded by YouTube users Mustafa Al Press and Mark8207, were shot at around 2:30 AM on a bridge. According to witnesses, the weather was poor and very windy when the videos were taken, making the events in the footage even more perplexing. The two videos, one shot from a stationary vehicle parked on the bridge, and the other from a moving vehicle driving across, show a mysterious figure walking along the railing on the side of the bridge. This would have been an odd place for a pedestrian to walk, especially in the middle of the night in poor weather with gusting winds that should have knocked them from the bridge. To make the video even more peculiar, the witnesses have stated that the railing was no more than 5 centimeters wide, much too narrow for a human to walk with the ease that we see in the footage. Witnesses were also disturbed by the appearance of the strange figure. Its face is completely obscured by shadow despite the bright lights illuminating the bridge, and its legs seem too thin to be entirely human. No one has suggested any theories to explain these scary videos, but many believe that the figure was certainly paranormal. Webcams are another bit of technology that makes it even easier to capture fascinating, scary videos. This video, submitted to YouTube by Elton Menezes Severo, was shot while a webcam user was interacting with others on the internet. What starts out as a light-hearted day on the web quickly turns sinister. As the man chats with his friends, there's a dark doorway visible behind him. A few seconds into the video, a strange creature appears in the doorway. The video's too blurry to make out much about the creature, but it seems to crouch as it peeks through the door to look at the man. One of the man's friends watching on the webcam alerts him to the creature's presence, and just as he turns around to see what they're talking about, the creature disappears. It's difficult to discern if it ducks back through the doorway or simply disappears into thin air. Either way, the man is unable to find any traces of the weird creature when he goes to investigate, leaving this strange webcam video a mystery. CCTV cameras have been popping up everywhere and are another great source for scary videos. This strange video, shot by a user called Mr. Valkyrie, comes from a security camera in a housing subdivision. The camera shows a view of a pathway leading to the subdivision's gate. There's a partial view of the street outside the gate. At first, the night is still, but the calm is soon interrupted by a bizarre occurrence. A few seconds into the video, a figure approaches. It turns to face the gate, and a moment later, it's miraculously on the other side. In a single instant, the figure appears to move straight through the clearly closed steel gate. The figure then begins to walk down the path towards the camera. At first, it's difficult to distinguish any features, either because of the dark or because the figure is semi-transparent. As it comes into the light closer to the camera, we can see that it appears to be a man in baggy shorts walking slowly down the pathway. Viewers of the video have suggested that the man could be a ghost or perhaps even a shapeshifter. Authorities have investigated but come up with no answers. Exploring abandoned buildings is an exciting and creepy activity for many urban explorers. In this video, uploaded by Car Records, a few explorers decide to take a look around an abandoned house late one night. In the dark of the night, they enter the house and record what they find. At first, their video shows only the decay and rubbish that you would expect in an abandoned property. However, the video quickly takes a terrifying turn. The man holding the camera goes around a dark corner, and suddenly we see him turn and flee from the area. The dark video makes it impossible to tell what frightened him so badly, but a slow motion recap reveals the terrifying source, the smiling face of a young girl looking out through the debris. Her face is eerily still and her eyes appear to glow. It seems that a quick glance at this terrifying sight was enough to send these urban explorers running for the door. Some viewers have speculated that the video merely shows a doll left behind in the abandoned house. However, others believe that the explorers may have come upon the lingering spirit of a former resident. Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot, whatever you call this mysterious cryptid, you can't deny that footage of these creatures has captivated the world since the Patterson-Gimlin film made waves in 1967. For many, this video, posted by True Horror Stories of Texas and Twisted Video, serves as another piece of irrefutable evidence that the Bigfoot walks among us. The video appears to have been shot from a boat sailing along the Rio Grande River in Texas. The footage shows scenic views of the water and riverbed before the man holding the camera spots an animal drinking water alongside the river. The creature is brown and furry, and its size makes the man think it's a dog at first. Then the creature stands up.
Okay, so it's something, a dog or what? Oh la verga!
Apparently, the alleged Sasquatch has been squatting down to drink from the river before standing to reveal its full height. The men in the boat are shocked when they see the humanoid creature watching them. They don't dare get any closer, but that doesn't stop viewers from being convinced that this is indeed footage of the elusive Sasquatch. Some scary videos, such as this footage submitted to YouTube by Guy Terry, are truly the stuff of nightmares. The ghosts of children are often the saddest and most frightening. The spirit caught in this video is certainly one of the more terrifying ghosts caught on film. At first, the only creepy thing in this footage is the mysterious sound of crying. The person holding the camera attempts to locate the source of the mournful noise. Believing that it's coming from outside the door, they carefully crack open the front door and peer outside. Unfortunately for them, they've found the source. A little girl curled up in the hallway, her face buried in her knees, obscured in shadow. Frightened by the sight, they quickly close the door. Could it have just been a normal human girl in the hallway having a cry? They open the door again for another look. What they see this time will make your heart skip a beat. The girl is now standing closer to the door, her arms spread, her face still in shadows. The cameraman quickly closes the door, clearly fearful of the child's bizarre appearance. We never get a good look at the girl, but whether human or phantom, her behaviour is truly spine-chilling. TikTok is the latest video platform to make waves in social media, by allowing users to share homemade videos set to popular music. Little did these users know, TikTok was soon to become another source for bizarre and scary videos. This video, created by TikTok user @BillyGolf, shows the user in a dim room hopping playfully onto a countertop to dance to the music played over the video. However, while Billy Golf busts their moves atop the counter, something much darker is happening in the background. A few seconds into the video, the doorway on the left side of the frame is temporarily darkened by a shadowy figure passing across the threshold. The figure is slightly crouched, as if attempting to sneak past without being noticed. Many have argued that the figure could easily have just been another person in the house. However, the user has insisted that they were home alone when making the video. Also, if you look closely at the figure, it appears to be blurry around its edges, as if ready to dissolve into thin air at any moment. Did this user inadvertently capture the first ever TikTok ghost? Before we get to that #1 spot and take a look at some truly bizarre footage taken in a restaurant, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be updated about all our latest videos. Just how long can an animal survive after being butchered? That's the question that this disturbing video has been raising since it hit the internet in July of 2019. In this footage posted by Reeve Phillips, we see a plate of what appears to be raw meat on a table at a restaurant. However, this isn't a typical shot of an Instagram-worthy meal. As the diners watch in horror, the meat begins to move. It pushes itself off the plate and then falls to the floor as the diners scream. What could have caused this disgusting anomaly? Many have argued that it's possible for an animal to live for quite some time after being butchered, and that muscle spasms are actually quite common after death. However, most viewers are reluctant to believe that a bit of meat could still be moving when it arrives on the diner's plate. The internet has dubbed this piece of meat the zombie chicken, suggesting that something not quite natural propelled this patron's dinner from their plate.
If you want more creepy things caught on camera, then check out those 2 links right there. Remember to follow us on all our socials. We're on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.